Hello, pilots, and welcome back to Season 5 of Flight Academy. This is Game 2, and as always, my name is Phil. Today we actually have Ben G, the other Ben in the tournament, versus Scott, another veteran of Flight Academy. But joining me for the commentary, we have a veteran of the Talkie Talk. We have...
James, here for Game 2.
And already... an interesting setup with the medium ships.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Both up in the top corners, the Mist Hunter at a slight angle, not even like a 45-degree angle, like just a bit of an angle.
Yeah, super casual angle with a stop.
Why does he want to put down a stress? Oh, Zuckus has just done a stop.
Yeah, it's almost like, well, I'm going to face you, but you still need to come to me. Which
also crazy to see a Mist Hunter on the board.
Yeah, absolutely love seeing a Mist Hunter, and not only that, Zuckus and Forlom together. It's almost like it's the right thing to do, isn't it? And Star Viper, I love the Star Viper, and it's so cool to see it. It's not Guri, but
it's not. I can't actually remember what Xizor does, to be honest.
So
Xizor or Xizor? I feel like Xizor sounds a bit stupid.
I always say
sure it's like a sh sound, isn't it?
I mean, unfortunately, they don't come with pronunciations
also,
on the
it's
card.
It's a character that was only in books, I think. So I don't think it's ever been officially said. I don't know. There's probably a pronunciation guide somewhere.
Yeah, well, Xizor, Xizor, Shizor, Huzor's ability is while you defend, after the neutralize result steps, another friendly ship at range 0 to 1 and in the attack arc may suffer 1 damage or crit damage. If it does, cancel 1 matching result.
Oh, yeah, it just gives a friendly ship the bodyguard ability kind of thing.
Essentially, yeah. But, I mean, the main thing that we always love about the Star Viper is the crazy barrel rolls.
When they added those curvy barrel rolls, the Star Viper became such a fun ship to fly and such an annoying ship to fly against.
Yeah, especially when you take into account the Virago as well, giving it the end phase boost. Because it's just like, okay, well, in the end phase, I'll take a stress to boost. So now I'm in a completely different position. I mean, if you were to stick Daredevil on there, it's like, well, I'll just do a 1 hard in the end phase. Have at it. So I do love that. But we have another scary combo on the other side.
Yeah, Wedge is back. We've already seen Wedge once already.
R5 Astromech this time, though, rather than the R3.
Going for that's the hull repair Astromech, isn't it? I can see that being a good alternative. I still feel like I personally prefer R3 for double locks in this situation, but I can see that working.
So, I mean, the interesting thing with R5 is that I can see the plan behind R5. Obviously, if you start losing hull, you can repair and last a bit longer, but it doesn't stop half points. Because once you hit half points, even if you get back up to full health, you've still given up half points. So I do think that R3 would have been a better option and gives you more points to play with. Again, a la Wes's list with marksmanship.
Yeah, but so it's similar to Wes's list in the previous game, but Saw over Magva just goes, you know what? Forget defense. We're going on offense. You damage me, I'm hurting you.
Yeah. And the Perceptive Co-Pilot Jin Urso combination.
I mean, that's just... if you can fit it on a ship, put it on a ship.
Yeah, it's just like... it's a brutal combination. And, weirdly, works when you bump. Because Perceptive Co-Pilot is when you gain a focus token, you get another one. And then Jin says, okay, I'll have a focus and evade. It's mental. But again, swarm tactics between these two... there's some serious punch.
Then again, I mean, Saw can take all of the focus tokens he wants. All Zuckus has to do is use Forlom to go, focus tokens can't be used.
Yeah. And then Electronic Baffles just
becomes... and then Electronic Baffle, right? Like, that's great.
It's so clever, it's so good.
What does the Mist Hunter title do? It's been a while since I've looked at it. You get a cannon stop, but you also get a barrel roll option. So Ben opting not to take a cannon, but can barrel roll, which he might need to do because he is veering towards the edge of the board.
Yeah. it makes me feel that there is a plan there. To be honest, and I think
I
it
mean,
is to.
I think the plan for both players here is just roll a lot of red dice because Zuckers rolls an extra attack die, gives the opponent an extra green, but that still weights in his favor. And
Yeah.
Scott's got Wedge, who lowers your agility, and Saw, who ups the damage output of a damaged friendly ship. Like, it's just red dice everywhere.
And one thing I do really like about Forlom's ability, and I mentioned this in the list rundown, which is linked up in the top corner, you can actually wait to see what you roll before you trigger that. So you roll your dice, and then you go, oh, they're really good. You can't spend focuses. So, yeah, you don't have to...
It's not like you're taking the Ion unnecessarily.
Yeah. Which you don't get very often.
How much
Normally it's a
Ion
case of in for a penny, in for a pound sort of jobby.
You get 2 Ion tokens, so that is enough to Ion the medium base.
Yes, it is.
So potentially not doing it this turn, just to avoid going off the board. I know that the bank would...
Oh no, he is doing it this turn.
Oh. I hope the bank maneuver will keep Zuckus on the board.
Electronic baffles. Not bad.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah, but can you use that?
You get rid of one Ion. Yeah, you get rid of red.
Yeah.
So he will still have an Ion on there, but he will be able to do what he wants. But that's a panic pilot on Wedge, and Wedge is half pointed already.
That's
saying focuses don't exist. It does mean Saw's ability is going to trigger for Wedge, but still half points on Wedge.
Wedge's output has just gone up immensely.
Yeah.
Although he is now panicked and double stressed, so that's not ideal. Yeah, the electronic baffle. So effectively, you're substituting Forlom's Ion downside to take it damage.
Yeah.
Which, you definitely want to know
what you're rolling
what
first.
The roll is for that. If you're going, I'll take 1 damage to stop certain modifications.
And
although I guess on the next time you use it, you don't baffle because you're at 3 Ion and you lose all of the Ion once you do the Ion maneuver.
Yeah, so you
it's
can
like
do it
almost every other time you take a damage. That's a weird but good combo.
Yeah. It's not a bad combo.
Too much.
And bump there from Zuckus. That was close.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we don't see a lot of Zuckus just because he's a 3 initiative.
And also, the Mist Hunter is an extended only ship normally.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
It's,
no reprint, is it?
Yeah, Ben's list is fully extended.
That makes sense.
Because the Star Viper is still not standard, which is a shame.
That's a ship I feel like they could bring into like one of the live action shows. There's like some pirates have them or something.
I mean,
it's a cool design.
It is a wicked design, and it would have fit in Mando. I think it would have been brilliant in Mando.
Well, season 4, we might.
Yeah, but it would. There's so many ships we'd like to see, like Star Viper, Kirax would be great.
I know you kind of want to see the K-wing.
I mean, yes, please. I love the K-wing
with its massive wingspan.
Yeah, I'd also love to see the Phantom. But I'd love to see the Phantom get a bit of love with the loadouts because they're not great.
Yeah.
I mean, Whisper having I think it's a 9-point loadout, which means that if you put Duke on there, you can't put anything else on. Is it 9 points? You know, I'm flying Whisper in this, and it's not enough points to go crazy with it, but I still fly it because I love Whisper. I
feel like Zuckus is going to take a big hit here from Wedge, potentially. Unless Wedge has decided, you know what, I'm going to go after the Prince. Yeah,
well, we need to see, obviously, what move he's going to put in, because that's They don't have a 1 forward, do they? No, they do have a 1 forward, don't
X-Wings
they?
do, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the Rebel move. You couldn't have the Rebel move and not have the Rebel ship have it. And there it is. Thank you, Scott. It's almost like you knew I was going to question that.
I mean, he's stressed anyway, but I think he has a shot though onto Zuckuss.
Yeah, he definitely has a shot on Zuckuss. I don't think it's a bump.
Now, in terms of points for ships, is everything a 5 here?
So on Scott's side, yes, and if I remember rightly, I believe it is yes. Yes, it is on Ben's side as well. Both
So
5.
everything is 5 points. So in terms of like who do you go after? I guess just kind of whoever's there, which I guess for Scott is Zuckuss is right here.
Yeah, I think for Ben it is Wedge because Wedge is brutal.
Yeah, that
if
is.
you can take him out, you always do. For Scott, it's whoever's in front of you, really.
Not the best role.
No, and no mods either on there.
Yeah, missing out on a mod doesn't help, but it's just damage.
Oh, a wedge. Oh, wedge. That was very disappointing.
That was.
And
Actually,
Zizor has
looking at Scott's list again. Actually, no, I'll hold off on that until we've got through the shooting at least. Okay, so yeah, okay. Spends a focus. Hit crit.
Oh,
I
snap.
don't think maybe he doesn't have bullseye. Or he forgot about it.
Is that another pad? Oh, it's a stunned pilot. I thought he had another panic there.
Because I was looking at Wedge going, oh, maybe he wants to repair with R5. Repairing would prevent Saw's ability if you repaired enough, right?
Yes, that's true.
God, range 1 from Zuckuss is scary. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you could have an extra evade dice.
I mean, he's a bounty hunting.
It's wedged down. Oh. Ben is probably breathing a bit of a sigh of relief right now because although Saw is still quite brutal, to get Wedge off the board, that's very focusing him down, and a great roll there from Zuckuss.
I mean, it's just red dice. That's
Yeah.
why I like flying Ray with Finn Gunner. It's just, I'll just have more red dice. It's fine.
I mean, the way to win this game is generally to kill your opponent's ships, and the easiest way of doing that is rolling a lot of red dice. So
it does feel like the offensive upgrades and abilities are being more beneficial than the defensive ones.
Yeah, I would agree on that one. And
granted, we're only at game 2, but I feel like that's possibly how we're going to see things play out. Like, we might occasionally see Prince Shizor use the ability to put some damage on Zuckuss, but I feel like for a lot of the time, he's just going to take the hits himself and then fly away and save points.
I think that ability, his ability is almost there because he's got it. Zizor's there because it's 5 points.
Right, and Ben was like, I really want to just fly a Star Viper. He's the right points.
Because your other option...
That's cool.
Your other option was Dalen Oberus, though, who is also fantastic with the gain of stress to rotate 90 after you execute maneuver.
Yeah, that guy's fun.
Guri is 7 points, so that's why we're not seeing her.
Yeah, Guri is the reason earlier I said can be annoying to catch.
Yes.
Getting flashbacks to a particular game I had that could not catch that robot lady.
Yes, she is good. And again, 7 points I think is maybe a little bit harsh on her, but you know what?
Until they come into standard, I don't think they're going to change too much. There's so many red dice on the screen.
Yeah. That is a hit crit into Zuckuss. Oh, a lot of damage there. And the crit is wounded.
Needs to finish Zuckuss. But now Zuckuss is shooting.
Yes.
And it's going to be a lot of red dice.
It's probably gonna be Zuckus' ability and Forlon's ability to say, yeah, you can't have those focuses.
Yeah, because he's not taking the damage anyway because he has the one eye on.
Yeah.
Which one? I mean, I guess you say you can't use the focus.
I would say the focus,
Or
like
do
the
you say
evade
the
guarantee.
evade? Because the evade can modify a bigger variety of shots of results, rather.
I would say the focus myself because although the evade, yeah, you can use that on any dice. If he gets all, it's a really tough one. I'd probably say focus.
Saw is rolling one evade normally. If Zuckus uses the ability, it's two green dice. So I don't know what the maths is on that. If it was one die, I think I would say the evade. I think potentially because it's two, say the focus.
Yeah. So I think you've got more potential. They're just trying to find enough ion tokens. Obviously, spreading my tokens across 4.
That's good.
That is good. Hold on. That went a bit skew-iffy there. So it should be, if I remember rightly, a hit and 2 crits.
Yeah, I think they got knocked a bit. I'm sure they're working it out.
So it's just 1 damage in the end because that was quite a good
Yeah,
roll.
it doesn't matter if it's a hit or a crit because the shields are up anyway. So a lucky escape from Saw.
Absolutely. But he's got a couple of stress on there, so it's going to be as well.
You know Zuckus is probably going to just either go forward or maybe do a bank. What options has Zuckus got for turning around?
Well, he's ion, so it'll have to be a forward or a bank.
Right, I'm thinking more like the turn off. So he's got a 2k turn and a 4k turn. So if he does like a bank and then a k turn, he's okay. I'm just a bit worried about him going off the board. Oh yeah, there's the bank. There we go.
He's absolutely fine there. And all depends on what Saw does as to what kind of space is going to be left for Sizor there.
I think we might be seeing a bump. Oh no, she's also going first. Okay.
Caesar's going first, which is good.
Oh, is that going to fit?
I think the one hard should fit.
I'm still kind of curious about Ben's initial setup at the angle.
Oh, it does fit. That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
That is some nub crossage there.
Because I used to do that back in like version 1 when I was going up against like Palpatine and the Aces, because they would always barrel roll at a 45-degree angle. It's like, well, I'm not at 45-degree. Dodge this. Yeah. I don't know that Scott's list is necessarily going to do that. I mean, Wedge can barrel roll, but he doesn't do it a lot.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just trying something out.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but so far it seems to be working quite well for Ben, and he has a lovely range 1 shot.
Yeah.
Hit 2 crits. And they are going through. That's half points on Saw Gerrera. And let's see what those crits are.
Yeah, that could be pretty nasty.
Direct hit.
Oh no.
And that is a wounded pilot? Blinded pilot.
Okay.
That's
not looking great for Scott.
No. He's basically Perceptor co-pilot is just there to generate evades now.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean,
slowly.
He does have initiative to take out Zuckus.
If he can get that, he's not. I don't.
Caesar is healthy enough that I think this is Ben's, but Scott can still get some points for the overall scoreboard, right?
So obviously, the way the points are working for this season, again, you win, you get 3 points. Gravy. Each ship you take out, you're going to score an additional point, so the winner could walk away with 5 points per game. if we do end up getting a tie at the end of the 30 minutes, we will have the dreaded road off to see who takes the prize.
It's an unlikely situation.
It is an unlikely situation, and hopefully we've very rarely had any actual draws throughout Flight Academy, but you never know. That wasn't... Oh, here comes Zuckus. He's going aggressive.
And you just gotta hope that you live the attack at this point.
Yeah, and Ben does have initiative. Obviously, Zor and Zizor are both I-4, so they'll still both get to shoot because they're simultaneous. But...
Actually, with the... Oh, sorry, Saw fixed the blinded crit.
Blinded pilot, yeah.
Because otherwise it's an easy choice for Forlorn.
Yeah. You can't
that's
spend
too fast, is that bump? Oh no.
Yeah. The Ewing doesn't have a what, does it?
No, I'm pretty sure it has a bank. I guess he wanted distance. He has got behind the cloud, I think.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, Perceptive can still work off of the bump.
Doesn't look like he's going for it though. I think he wants to stay unstressed, which... risky.
You gotta get 2 damage. And...
Oh no, he is. He's taking it.
Okay.
He's taking it. Missing the Perceptive though, he can get both.
Okay.
Oh, just one.
Basically nothing from Shizor.
Oh, but making him spend that evade.
Oh, was it not obstructed?
Oh no, there we go. It is
obstructed. Which means you can change a blank, right? There we go.
Yeah.
That little cloud.
The little cloud that could.
Just a quick reminder that all of the games have the same setup of obstacles. Or very similar.
As close as possible. So
all the two rocks, 1 cloud, and 1 debris.
Basically, obviously we've got 2 tables. They might have a slightly different combination of obstacles, but the setup on each night will stay the same throughout. So it might be slightly different in night 2 because I don't have a photographic memory, and there was about a fortnight between recording.
Yeah, I think we're about to find out how Saw got into the shape he's in at the start of Rogue One. Oh,
I don't think
no! They both went to that. What? Zuckus lived on 1 and then just nothing in return.
Ouch.
I thought at least one of them was going to die there.
Yeah, genuinely. I mean, it was very low rolling from Ben there.
It's
one hit. Wow.
You do a 2. Okay. Oh, but that means you're not going to get the points for Zuckus.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get the kill on Zuckus because, well, he couldn't. He was stressed, so maybe he just stressed. Oh, and that is.
I think that's probably it then. Unless Zuckus has bumped into the prince and is gonna blow himself up.
Well, Zuckus has already moved, but we mentioned earlier about super fun barrel rolls.
I always forget about it, and then it happens. It's like, oh right, yeah, that thing, the thing we spoke about.
It always happens.
Look at that.
When you're least expecting it, and it is an absolute work of art.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, take the shot.
Yes, range 1.
What?
Who needs
3 damage? Range 1. There's someone's arm with a camera getting in the way. Who's that?
That's me. Oh, so he... that was some weirdo. So pattern analyzer there to get the focus.
Nice.
And the marksmanship. Oh, that's
a good measure. Look at the marksmanship.
Saw Gerrera.
Well flown, Ben.
Effort. Yeah, that barrel roll at the end there. I mean,
Scott had a good opening. Just Zuckus tanked the hits.
Yeah, Zuckus just was like, "Yep, it's fine. I've got plenty of health here."
Scott turns up and goes, "I've got a lot of red dice," and Zuckus goes, "No, you don't."
Red dice? What red dice? I mean, yeah, Wedge going down. Wedge getting that panic pilot, I think, is what really.
Yeah, that reload his next attack, which ended up, I think, being his last attack.
Yeah. and it didn't work. But yeah, well flown from both pilots. But that barrel roll at the end there from Zizor was just what was needed to seal off a massive win for Ben there, which does obviously put him at the top of the table now with 5 points. So we have both Bens at the top. I know we're only 2 games in, but it's nice to keep a track of how things are going. So Scum does seem to be in the ascendancy so far. But plenty of games still to come. James, I hope you enjoyed that one.
That was a good one, yeah.
And like I said, guys, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you very shortly for Game 3.